Ya, vamos a empezar la grabación, entonces listo. Vamos a hablar de wins. ¿Quién tiene logros que hayan hecho entre anoche y hoy día en la mañana? Y porfa, levanten la manito, entonces así no nos... Ya, vamos a empezar la grabación, entonces listo. Oh, espérenme, que estoy saliendo doble aquí. Wait.
Bueno, yo, Gina Paola.
Ujú.
Bueno, yo esta mañana, digamos con respecto al reto de la Well Spa que ganó Jenny, que Jenny es una amiga con la que pues ella desarrolla Nuskin, es de otra línea, pero es de
Ujú.
aquí, de este equipo también. Entonces, esta mañana hablaba con una cliente para recomendarle unos productos y me dijo, oye, esa señora yo la conozco. Dijo, maravilloso, maravilloso ese resultado que tuvo, yo voté por ella, entonces yo estoy pensando a ver si me compro esa tecnología. Le dije, claro, porque pues la verdad yo soy testiga de, o sea, yo vi el cambio de Jenny, o sea, yo vi como casi 2 meses de su tratamiento. Entonces, ahí es donde me doy cuenta que sí la gente, sí es receptiva, la gente sí colabora cuando uno le pide, pues digamos, un favor. Entonces, digamos que en medio de todo, pues ahí está como para cerrar una venta, puede salir posiblemente una venta para este mes. Entonces,
Ujú, buenísimo.
pues, me pareció.
Déjame decirlo en inglés entonces para, porque está Kim por aquí y no sé si hay alguien más que hable inglés, pero... um, so Kim, I think Kim está por ahí. Well, she says that she found somebody who watched the results of the challenge and she said, "Hey, I know that person, so maybe I could think about buying that technology too." So then she realizes that people really are willing to help when you ask them for help because of this voting thing in the challenge. So great. I don't know. No sé si hay alguien más que hable inglés. O sea, si no, no lo. Bueno, está bien. Good. ¿Alguien más tiene algún logro? Por ahí, Mónica. Moni.
Gracias, Maca.
Ujú.
Bueno, en resumen, ayer ya hablé con mi afiliada de marca, de la que tenía miedo que se desanimara.
Ya.
Gracias a Dios me dio Diosito las palabras para decirle lo que le conviene hacer y bueno, sigue, no se desanimó, estamos confiadas en que vamos a seguir con el proceso para recuperar el que se lleve la Lumispa. Y bueno, también con la noticia ayer. Era algo que a mí me costaba trabajo creer, pero ya hay que tener fe y seguir trabajando. Logré hacer un RDM para subir a oro el día de ayer. Estoy muy
¡Ay,
feliz.
sí! Ya lo vi.
Sí, gracias a
Felicitaciones.
Dios. Entonces sí, hay que invitar a muchos al challenge porque se hace uno la disciplina de que entre en nuestra mente qué es lo que tenemos que hacer para poder crecer si realmente quieres hacer este negocio, que pues es divertido, es bonito, hay gente como no en otros trabajos, acá decimos en México, mala leche, que te estén echando tierra en el trabajo, no acá, todos se animan, todos te impulsan y no sentir como que, ay, a mí me faltan, ay, yo no creo que llegue a eso. Agárrate de todos, sigue de la mano con ellos, fluye con la ola y te vas con ellos a surfear. Y ya.
Sí. Bravo, bravo. So she said she talked to her brand affiliate who was feeling a little down and maybe she was going to quit. And thank God she was able to find the words to tell her what she needed and that she would help her. And she's staying and she's probably going after the free Lumi Spa. And then also she got to her next pin title yesterday, which is gold. So congratulations. And yes, what Moni says is that here you can bring more people to the challenge because you find the discipline and the being constant, so that you can reach your goals and know that you will get where you want to get. Así que felicitaciones, congratulations, Moni. I was so happy when I saw that. So, anybody else wins? We have like 4 minutes. Derek, something? No? Nobody else? Okay. So then we'll go through numbers. You know, this is day 8. I don't know for you, but I each one of these challenges for me is going faster. It's like we start and then we're on day 8. Does it happen to you? Because like for me, it's crazy. I think I missed some things, some days. I'm like, where did this day go? So, okay, let's look at this. We have the numbers here. Let me check here. So it's, well, oh, okay. He said to say hi one by one. I didn't do that. So I will say, hi, Mónica. Hi, Gina. Hi, Fiorella, Alejandra, Lilian, usuario de Zoom. I don't know the name. Lisby, Lourdes,
Hola.
Claudia, Silvana, Carola, another usuario de Zoom.
Hola.
Hi, Kim. Hi, Rosemary, Pato, Elena, another usuario de Zoom. Teddy, Derek, Catherine, your Kata, I know your name. Aida, Shekina, Janie, Sandra, Marjorie, Patty, Liliana, Virginia. Oh, we're so many today. Letty, Liliana, Giselle, Sky Team, Natalia, Nadia, Gilda, Sheila, Giselle, iPhone Sky Team again, Veronica, Silvana. And if I miss somebody, excuse me, because it.
Yoo-hoo.
Claudia, you're there too. Okay. Hi. Okay, well, you remember that Steve always says that early is on time and on time is late. We started before that with the wins, but since you're all here, congratulations anyway for being here on time. And we're 45 today, so I think that's too awesome. And I have the numbers here. We sent it in a really tiny format. So, okay, new contacts. We have, new contacts, 137 new contacts. And I don't know how many reported the stats, but 137 new contacts yesterday.
Hola, aquí te dejo un
And
video para explicarte un poquito más cómo es que se va a usar esta Lumi y te
¿Ah?
sirva de guía.
Who said that?
You say sour?
I don't know. Fiorella, somebody has the. ¿Pueden apagar los micrófonos? No sé quién fue que dijo lo de la Lumispa, pero no. Okay. Well, then we have show the products. We have 164.
Add salt and sweet.
What?
Derek, turn off your phone.
Oh,
Your
sorry.
microphone.
Yeah, you're trying to boycott my call.
You're
Okay.
doing great. You're doing awesome.
So showing the products, we have 164. Good enough, I think. Although I am looking at the chart and it keeps going down. So we need to go up. I mean, we are going a little up from the day before, but the trend is still going down. So we need to better those numbers. And then we have business presentations, 11 yesterday. So again, we need to, I mean, we're 45 over here. So we could have at least 45 presentations a day, right? And we're supposed to do 4. So they should be like 120, but still, that's a good number. We're going up from the day before, so that's good. Okay, and then follow up with the prospects. We have 341, which is also going up from the day before, a couple of days before. So yes, I think that's better. And what does Steve always say about this? Why is this number important? If you can write it on the chat. What should we think when we say, okay, 341 follow up with the prospects? The next phrase that we need to think about is, who's going to write it in the chat? What would Steve say right now? Anybody? Carola, I know you know. Patty, too. Many of you. Nobody? Yeah, 80% will close, right? 80% is around 272. Will close between 5 to 12 contacts. So let's keep on doing the follow-up with them. And then the follow-up with the team, we had 152, which is also going up from the days before, so great. And then sales closed 19, very good. It's a little like up and down still. We're not getting to the trend of going right up. I hope we go that way these few days that we have left in December. And points yesterday, 2,091 points. So yeah, that's a little, again, up and down like we've been going because we have had better days. And as he always says, we could create our own promotions and our own urgency or different things that we could invent for people to get to buy in this month. Like, for example, tell something about magical prices. I have some gifts, Christmas gifts, so that we can upload them and people could think that there might be still a Cyber Monday or Black Friday or anniversary prices or Christmas prices or whatever thing you can imagine, right? So, okay. Anybody wants to say something about this, or we just go to the, Claudia, no, Carola, you want to say that? Something? No? Okay, so let's go to the topic. Today's topic is this one. I will share the screen with you. Just let me open this. This is day 8, so we are at the point where we are welcoming challenges. Do you see the screen that I'm sharing? ¿Lo ven?
Maca, no se ve bien.
Ok,
Está en YouTube.
ya, me imaginé. Voy a ver, wait. Welcome challenges desktop. ¿Ahora?
Ahora sí.
Ya, ahora sí.
Thank you. Yeah, welcome challenges. What do we mean by welcoming challenges? We know that everything that's big enough will take a great amount of effort and huge quantities of challenges, right? We all know that. I don't know, becoming parents is challenging. Having your own business is challenging. Going on a trip is challenging. You're gonna find problems in the way, probably. But as long as we have our goal right, very clear, we're able to let them come. Like you're becoming more able and more strong, like to handle anything. Yesterday, I was in a hearing from a trial that I'm in. Doesn't matter what it's about, but anyway, I had to face for the first time in my life, be standing on that stand. I don't know how to say that, and facing the judge and the lawyers and everybody, and they were asking me things. And I remember the first time I was in one of those hearings, like 2 years ago, virtually in Zoom. And I felt so nervous, and I felt like my heart was about to come out of my chest, and I wanted to cry so bad, and I didn't because I was on Zoom and I couldn't. But I really, when that call was over, I felt like that was the most violent thing that had happened to me ever. And then I've been on many other ones on Zoom, and this was the first time live. And when I stood there and they asked me things, I was so calmed and so strong. I felt so strong and so calm that I could answer anything that they asked me in such a way that it was so clear. And my lawyers after that, they congratulated me because it was so like there was nothing else to say about. And I felt so good about that. And then when I came out, I was nervous, but I felt, you know what? And I said to them, you know what? Everything that has happened to me before was preparing me for this moment. And I feel like everything is like that in life. Like everything that happened to us as a child or as a young person, everything, like, for example, Derek told the other day this thing about his accident and everything, like makes you become the person you need to be to face the challenges you're going to face, right? So when we face any challenge, we should just say, okay, what do I need to learn about this? How strong do I need to become after this? How big do I need to be able to face this? Because we're going to face other challenges, and we need to be prepared. What I hear from Margarita Pasos, she always says, when you are a small person and you see problems this big, what you need to do is not lower the problems because they're not going to become smaller. What you need to do is to grow so that you are able to watch the same problems and see them the real size they are. Like if you're this big, the same problem looks this big and not the other way around. So that needs us to improve, to learn, to fight, to become stronger. And that's what I think about it. Okay, Derek.
I totally agree. And the problem is your blessing. So it's how it works is really simple. We get the blessings from God. So we ask for a big goal and we come into New Skin and we're like, oh, I want to go Blue Diamond. Well, you're going to get Blue Diamond muscle building problems. And so that's how it works. And the problem is designed to make you stronger. So when you're new and you're a gold and you get problems, it's like, oh, I don't have the right people, or I don't this, that, whatever excuses, you're right. So how can you? And learn to solve those issues, because then those issues are given to you as a present. So you could teach your team because they're going to have the same thing. So what Maka's saying is 1,000,000,000% correct. Is this just a pattern? We were trained by Alan, so Alan would always laugh, ha 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 ha. And the thing is that every time we're crying and we're frustrated, and I mean crying and don't know how to do this, he's all ha ha ha. And he's like, it's a pattern of nature. It's just a pattern. And every time you have a big goal, you get on this call, a lot of energy, a lot of people, let's go for it. Let's go for our goals. Let's go for our numbers. And then all of a sudden, I got to do laundry. I got to cook this thing. My neighbor's got this going. My plumbing is not working. It's learning how to solve the problem. And then you solving multiple problems at the same time. So you have the mindset of detaching from the problems. And it's like, okay, I got all. So when the problem comes, you're like, ha ha ha. It's the benefits on the other side. So you know that the blessing is on the other side of the problem. Like I'm talking to you right now, and then the weather guy's right outside my window, walking around blowing leaves. It's predictable. So our solution as a team, we have to go, ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Yeah, and that's that's what I would share. When it comes, it's coming. So you remember, don't get caught, don't fall in the trap of, oh my God, I got all these problems, and it comes sideways. You recognize, here's a problem. Oh, ha ha ha. That means if there's a problem, the benefits on the other side. The benefits on the other side. So back to you, Maka. Good job.
Exactly. Thank you so much. I totally agree too. And that's the thing. Like, it's coming, like you said, it's coming, and there are gonna come more of them and all of them together at times. But you need to feel you're capable of facing everything that comes to you, because that's why it's coming. Nobody gets something that they're not able to manage. It's just that you need to know you're able to manage it and find a way and become who you need to become to face those things. So yes, I totally agree with you. And I don't know if anybody else wants to say something about this, something that you have had to face, or maybe new people that are facing like challenges like this, or if you want to tell us some challenge that you've been facing lately and you want to role play, we can start doing that. Hola Susana, no te había visto. Moni.
Gracias, Maca. Yo compartiendo justamente no ha sido sencillo, bueno, no que no haya sido sencillo, no había mi mente estado enfocada para hacer este logro del cual agradezco mucho a Dios y al challenge, por supuesto, pero me pedía, decía Agüita, haz un post de por qué entrar al challenge. Y decíamos, el challenge es algo rápido, tienes que tomar acción, tienes que hacerlo, pero si te comparas con los trabajos que hemos tenido antes, los convencionales, siempre también tienes una meta, tienes que trabajar para un beneficio de un patrón y hay estrés. Yo en mi último trabajo tenía un estrés que se me estaba paralizando la cara y entonces tenía que hacer una pausa porque había mucho estrés. Entonces, todo te va a llevar a tener una acción y dependiendo de la acción que tomes, si te la llevas lenta, pues también como en el ejercicio. Si nada más haces unas cuantas sentadillas al día, si haces más o la rutina que debes de hacer, el resultado va a ser más pronto. De ahí lo que decías, de hacer el challenge y hacerlo rápido. Em, yo creo que si realmente Nuski nos enseña a introspectar de manera personal para darte cuenta que no estás haciendo las cosas, que no las estabas haciendo como se te estaba diciendo, porque nos ponemos renuentes o con cierta parte de soberbia de que es que yo ya sé cómo se vende, es que yo ya vendía, yo ya hacía esto, yo puedo lograrlo, yo sé cómo he vendido otro tipo de cosas, pero es un sistema que está hecho para algo y por algo que te va a evitar, como decimos en México, dar palos de ciego. No te vas a atorar tanto tiempo y te ayuda a el hacerlo rápido y decir, ya, 20 contactos, órale, ya márcales, no importa, no lo pienses, solo hazlo, va mentalmente olvidándote del miedo, aunque lo tengas, o la pena, aunque la tengas, pero hacerlo hasta por decir, no voy a poner cero, tengo que hablarle a alguien, pues ya, acá, Ingesu le mando el mensaje ya, Ingesu le mando la llamada, lo que sea, y te das cuenta cómo se van dando los resultados y empiezas a obtener esa seguridad, esa fortaleza de decir, no pasó nada, y pues estuvo bien, dijo que sí quería el producto, me dijo que por qué no le había llamado, entonces te va fortaleciendo esa seguridad que aunque sigamos teniendo nervio, que aunque sigamos teniendo miedo, o lo de ayer, decir, no, si le digo lo que pasó, se va a ir, ya no va a querer vender, son nuestros propios miedos y al obtener nosotros la seguridad de ello, le contagiamos la seguridad al equipo que va a empezar a venir. Entonces, Nuskin, además de que nos da buenas ganancias, te va fortaleciendo como persona para ser como formándote al líder de los líderes que vas a formar. Entonces, cada quien va a llevar su proceso, cada quien irá puliendo las cosas que necesite pulir en el camino. Lo importante es no salirse del fueguito, digo yo. Y aquí andamos.
Voy a tratar de resumir, Moni, porque no sé si mi cerebro fue capaz de retener todo para traducirlo.
Cierto, perdón.
Okay, okay. So I'll summarize. Although Derek, I think you were reading, right? But anyway, so she said that being on this challenge is so good for that because you learn that it's easy to come here, it's fast, and you learn to be consistent. You learn that you were not doing things like you were told they needed to be done, and you probably realize that most of us maybe at the beginning are not really coachable because we say, no, I already know how to sell, for example, or I already know how to do this. And this is such a different thing that it has steps. Like if you're not willing to learn what you need to do, you're probably not going to get the results. So if you're here and you join this and you participate, and like Steve says, you're playing the game and you're putting the numbers, at least just to not put a zero, you're willing to make that call or make that 2 calls or 20 calls or just do it without thinking and just saying, okay, I'm afraid or I'm embarrassed, but anyway, I will do it because I don't want to put a zero on my numbers. So then you start getting the confidence that you need to have in order to be contagious to other people that you're attracting to your team as well. Sylvie.
Yo solamente estoy de policía.
Dale.
Quiero recordarles que parte del desafío es prender la cámara
Oh, sí. Sí, sí,
Eh,
sí, tienes
y
razón.
es parte del compromiso cuando estamos aquí.
Ujú.
Como dice Mona, todos estamos convirtiéndonos en el líder que queremos ser y que queremos enseñar a nuestros líderes que ser. Entonces, no podemos ser grandes líderes si no tenemos una imagen. No podemos ser grandes líderes si no tenemos una cara. No hay líderes fantasmas. Eso es mentira. Acuérdense que parte de estar aquí, el primer desafío que tenemos que superar es la cámara. Entonces, acuérdense que porfa prender la cámara porque más son las que están apagadas que las que están prendidas.
Ujú.
In
Thank
English,
you.
it's just that the first challenge that we have to face is to turn on cameras. And most of us are with the cameras are off. And we are trying to become the leaders we want our leaders to be as well. And there is no phantom leader. So just reminding everybody to turn on the cameras.
Mhm. Thank you so much. Yes, and thank you for saying that because I was, yeah, focusing on the subject, but yeah, it's true. What our first step to be on this call is to have our camera on, to be early, and to put on our stats. So one of the points is that one. If you're like he always says, if you're like, I don't know, in the bathroom or somewhere that you cannot show, well, okay, point it to the ceiling, point it to the outside or wherever. But yes, we need to be here. That's the first thing that we need to show, like Silvana says, as a leader. Because if you're running this call, maybe some other time, you're not gonna be out. You're not gonna be like this, like, okay, hey, I'm here. I'm telling you I'm here, right? But you can see me. So everybody else in the call is always with their cameras off, so nobody's actually here. That I think that lowers the energy. So we need to create the energy here, and be here is the first step, of course. So thank you, Silvana. And thank you everyone for being opening your cameras or turning them on. Okay, so anybody has a question or role playing that you want to do? We have some minutes left still.
I wanted to
Yeah,
share
Joe.
something really quickly, Maka, before we get
Go.
into the role playing.
Go.
Good job. One of the things that I learned for me with this challenge that helps a great deal is that we learned why for listening. You know, we would drive around and we went to Mexico over 30 times building our business. And we're driving in places we don't know. And we're in cars that have no roads. There's places that have no bathrooms. They have outhouses. They have no plumbing. It smells horrible. And you're close to throwing up, just like Patty building Mexico. She was building Colombia. We were building Mexico with Alan. And so, you know, Alan would always tell me, don't be right, Derek, don't be right. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's all, stop being right. And I said, I don't understand what you're talking about. He say, do as we do to have what we have. You're trying to figure a way to do it that makes sense for you. You will fail. Do as we do, and you'll have as we have. So we're in a business of replication. And in order to replicate, what Steve and Maka are doing here is they're replicating. It's a little different. It sounds simple. So it's a willingness to, so we say, why for listening? What is that? Why am I explaining this to you? For what reason? Because we have experience on giving information in a simple way that it's telephone, like Steve said, you're going to give the information to the next person and the next person and the next person, and it's simplified. So why for listening is willingness to learn, which Maka's talking about right now. You want to have a high index of wanting to learn, but also you have to have a high index of accepting change. And that's the harder one. So you have to have both. Willingness to learn is, where are you 1 to 10? So everybody here, write down the number. What am I and willing to learn? Is 1 to 10. Everybody's more than a 0 because you're here. So what level are you? And then is a willingness to accept change, doing something different, doing something I don't understand, doing something that makes no sense to me. We would drive with, and Alan would say, okay, Claudia, do this. And she would say, Alan, I don't understand why you're asking me to do this, but I'll do it. I don't understand why you're asking me to do this, but I'll do it. And that is something that took me a long time to learn. I didn't learn it in 1 to 2 years. It took me a long time. It took me like 8 years to learn it. 8 years, a long time. And that's long after we became Blue Diamond, after we became $1 Million Earners. Still didn't understand it. So that is something that accept change. So when Steve and Maka are giving what they do as they do. Just do it. Like get out of your way, get over your damn self, like the book, get over your damn self and do what they're doing for one day. Just do one day different, just one day. Don't even care. Say, I'm going to practice. I'm going to build my muscle. I'm going to do something completely different. Whatever they said that's working for them, I'll do what they're doing. I don't understand it, but I'll just do it. And in the process, I'm going to learn, because all of us Blue Diamonds, when we get together, the team elites and the $1 Million Plus earners, we all have these conversations like, well, how many years did it take you to learn it? Oh my God, it took me forever. Oh my God, it took me forever. Oh my God, it took me forever. I should have listened right away. And then once they start listening, really listening to what the upline's saying to do, everything changed for all of us. And we all have the same experience. We're like, I should have done it sooner. So get over your damn self and just do something different.
That's so true. I was thinking about that like 2 days ago. I was thinking exactly that. Like, how many times I've been told what I need to do? How many times have I really done it? And how the results have come out so differently. And it's so true what you just said. You're really
Million. Yeah, it's like children, brush your teeth. How many times do you tell your kids to brush your teeth? Every day, go brush your teeth.
exactly.
Same thing.
Yeah. Until they get the pain and they know they need to brush their teeth. Yeah, exactly. So good. And I think Carola, thank you, Derek. Yeah. I started thinking again. So, Carola.
Hola Maca, hola con todos, ¿qué tal? Sí, bueno, en el nivel de aprendizaje, y siguiendo con esa línea, ¿se acuerdan que les estaba contando de esta persona, de la reunión que duró como 1 hora y media y que ¿se acuerdan todos? Ya, ok, bueno, les cuento que ayer recibí un mensaje de ella que me decía que había hablado con su hermana y que había analizado mejor las cosas y que estaba decidiendo no empezar con esto, porque se había dado cuenta que no le había puesto punche a buscar un trabajo tradicional y que su decisión era, y bueno, que su hermana también le había aconsejado, pues meterle punche a eso porque era como que lo seguro, lo que estaba buscando y todo eso, ¿no? Entonces, mi pregunta, porque aquí mente poderosa, es, bueno, si ya tomó la decisión, o sea, por mi parte, creo que ya no hay nada más que hacer. Entonces, no sé, ¿qué hacer? Ofrecerle el colágeno, que es lo que ella dijo, o sea, ya la opción es irme por el producto, pero bueno, como les he estado contando toda esta historia y han estado acompañándome en este tiempo, me gustaría, ustedes también que me recomiendan, ¿no?
Dale, déjame traducirlo entonces. Do you remember she had a meeting that lasted over an hour with a person, and after that, while she was intending to start the business, then she talked to her sister, which is in another MLM, and she got back to Carola and she said that she's not going to start the business because she talked to the sister, and the sister talked her into looking for a traditional job. And so, punche, somebody asked what's punche is like putting some energy into that. And she wants to know what we think about it and what she should do, because if she already made the decision to not start the business and do or look for something else like a traditional job. And I think I'm not the expert here, but I think I'm just trying to listen to Steve and Sherry in my head. And I think they would probably suggest you going back to her pain and to her why. Because I think you said she already had a business, right? Carola, ¿sí?
Sí, acá estoy, Maca, escuchando.
¿Escuchaste, Silvi?
Sí, en esa conversación de 1 hora y media vimos el dolor 1 millón de veces y el por qué 1 millón de veces. O sea, ella lo tiene claro. Ella lo tiene claro y al trabajar la urgencia y los miedos que ella sentía, porque ella no se sentía como que, o sea, se sentía, mejor dicho, temerosa de empezar algo que no sabía. em, y yo ahondé en eso, ¿no? Pero ella tiene claro el por qué, tiene clara la urgencia y iba a decidir empezar con su Lumispa, pero habló con la hermana y la decisión ha sido otra. Entonces, sí, yo no sé si volver al dolor y la urgencia, pero ella siente que ya tomó una decisión y que esto ahora no es el camino. Entonces, no sé si volver al dolor y a la urgencia es como que nuevamente algo para que, o sea, como para estar como embolatado allí, ¿no? O simplemente decirle, ya, ok, y me parece bien, pues que te vaya súper bien y aquí estaré y estaremos comunicados y empieza con el colágeno que necesitas. Entonces, eso es lo que, ¿cómo se llama? Siento que volver al porqué
Sí.
es estar en la bola, en la bola que no va a acabar. Porque yo no le he contestado el mensaje, ¿ah? No le he contestado el mensaje porque quería primero comentarlo acá. Entonces,
So,
es eso,
okay.
¿no?
So she doesn't know if she needs to go back to the pain because she already knows the pain, knows the urgency, and she decided not to go with this right now. So she might think like maybe just offering her to start on the collagen and okay, telling her that she's here for anything that she needs. Yeah, I think that might be good as well. Like make her start as a client, as a user of a product, and after that, maybe if she wants to recommend it to somebody else or give you the context, because that at least she could give you the context. If she's afraid to start, maybe she could start giving you some other names that you can find somebody that's willing to start here, and then you should tell her, okay, this is your contact, so you need to be like the affiliate, and this person is under you, and I will work with her. And then when she starts seeing that the other person is going great and doing and making money, maybe she will really get like some motive to start like doing this, maybe, or not. I don't know. That's what I think. And maybe Lisby had something to say.
Yes, I agree with you. I was going to talk about the referrals, and I was also going to say something because Carola, she still doesn't have a job. She's going to look for a job. Is it?
Exacto, eso lo conversamos.
Okay, so
redundé en eso muchas veces en la conversación. O sea, ella no está tomando esta oportunidad por irse a algo incierto. Ella lo tiene totalmente claro. Ella me dice,
I will say something like why I will make a proposal for her. Like, while you are looking for your job, I understand what you're saying, and I understand you want to be like in a normal job because the security and the income. But while you are looking for your job, you have time. Let's do something, because you can. What if you have a business, your own business with income, and you get the job? Good, because you have both things. You don't have to say, I won't do this because I will do this. She can do both, yeah? And you can say, like I always say, okay, you see me, I am a leader and I'm your leader. I'm going to help you. So let's do it together. Don't be afraid that I'm going to help you. I'm going to teach you. And I will be here because I'm full-time in Nu Skin. So if you are not full-time in Nu Skin, it doesn't matter. If you bring good leaders, I will work with them. You know,
that's what Sherry says.
Yeah. Why? Because if she makes income while she's looking for the new job, maybe she changed her mind. Yeah. But and I will, of course, I will say, okay, let's buy the collagen or whatever to begin, but not just the product.
Mhm.
Focus on the business. And Carola, if you don't doubt that this is the project for her, it doesn't matter what she thinks. I always that people says me no, I don't listen. It's like I didn't hear anything. Like, okay, if I agree with you, don't worry, you're gonna be maybe more relaxing in that job, but let's do this. And maybe you can ask her also, like, how much time are you going to be working when you get the job? And I don't know, 9 hours a day. Okay. And right now, how much time are you taking finding the job? 3 hours a day. Okay, so you have 6 hours left. Let's do something with these 6 hours while you get your job. See, that's what I.
That's good. Like, make her understand that it doesn't have to be one or the other. Like Lisbeth said, she can do both, and you will help her, so it's easy or simple. Susi.
Hola, ¿cómo van? Bueno, es parecido a lo de Lisby. Realmente a mí me encanta como Steve nos enseña el manejo de las objeciones en 4 pasos, que es el de te entiendo, porque en ningún momento es uno ponerse como en contra del sentimiento de esa persona. La segunda es como nivelarse al mismo punto, como, oye, te entiendo, a mí me pasó lo mismo. Ah, no, la segunda es cuéntame qué quieres decirme con eso que no puedes hacerlo. O sea, como que siento que es importante que de pronto valides ella qué quiere decir con que va a buscar un trabajo. Yo sé que es obvio, muchas veces uno cree que es obvio, pero realmente no es tan obvio, ¿sí? Es como, claro, te entiendo, cuéntame qué me quieres decir con que no puedes comenzar ahorita porque vas a meterle el punche, puedes a buscar trabajo, ¿sí? Y deja que ella te responda, porque muchas veces uno necesita que le pregunten para uno con sus palabras darse cuenta que uno está equivocado de lo que está diciendo. ¿Sí me entienden? Entonces, pregúntale como, bueno, cuéntame, y todo por audio, es mi recomendación, hazlo por audio, como, cuéntame qué quieres decir con eso. O sea, con todo el amor del mundo, baja un poquito el tono de la voz, como, cuéntame qué me quieres decir con eso. Ya espérate que te responda, y ahí en la segunda es nivela como la objeción, como a mí puede que te haya pasado a ti lo mismo, ¿no? Como mira, a mí me pasó lo mismo. Cuando yo comencé este negocio, yo tenía mucho miedo porque no sabía cómo era, porque venía de un negocio tal vez tradicional, donde nadie me enseñó a hacerlo, pero te cuento que mi experiencia aquí ha sido totalmente diferente. No voy o sea, nunca me he sentido sola. Hay un sistema de negocio que te va a enseñar a hacerlo. ¿Listo? Entonces, esa es la tercera. Y la cuarta, y ahí es como mirar ese dolor que Steve nos habla, manéjalo en ese tercer punto, como a la final lo que decía Lisby, no es una cosa o la otra, o sea, al final podemos hacer las dos, pero entonces en este tercero. Y en el cuarto es el condicional, que me encanta, que es si yo te muestro que con el tiempo extra que vas a tener buscando trabajo, que sé que le vas a meter todo el punch a buscar tu trabajo que está perfecto, si yo te muestro que con ese tiempito extra podemos construir el negocio juntas, de la mano, vamos a hacerlo juntas, yo te voy a enseñar, ¿lo harías conmigo? ¿Listo? Esa es como mi recomendación. ¿Listo? Pues de pronto te sirve. Si te sirve, me encanta.
Buenísimo. Thank you so much, Susana. And yes, we've both been on Sherry's calls, so I remember that from her. So, Carola, and I don't know, to the English speaking persons, what she says is that they usually do this in like 4 steps. The first one is I understand you. Okay. And the second is tell me, what do you mean by that? And that's so true, because Susana said that sometimes we need to ask people what they mean by something, so that they realize in their own words that what they're thinking is not right, or I mean, not at least as they think it should be. And it's also what I do in my private practice with my patients. I ask them, what do you want to achieve? Where do you see yourself? How do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Do you want to be a healthy person, or do you want to be the fat person that doesn't want to take out of their t-shirt in the summer? So they realize who they want to be, and from there they find the solution. And that's way better than telling them what they need to do. So this is like almost the same. Like you ask her, what do you mean you're not being able to start this, or you don't want to start this, and you want to find a traditional job, so that person explains in her own words what they mean by that. And after that, like say, okay, I really understand, because that the same happened to me. When I started, I was afraid. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how it would turn out. I didn't know what it was about. I didn't know the work we needed to do, and many other things that happens to all of us when we start happen. But then she should say, but I can tell you that my experience here has been really different, has been really great. I mean, you're always working in teams, everybody's helping you, they teach you. We have these calls, for example. And since I'm a leader and I've been doing this for X amount of time, I can help you and I will help you, so that you see that you're also able to do it while you're looking for your other job. You don't have to, block any of the two options. You can do both, and I will help you do this one, so you really find out it's possible to create the results you need. I think that was great, Susana. Thank you so much for reminding us what our mother tells us to do.
I'm the mother.
Yeah, like the mother. Okay, so anybody else has questions? Carola, did that sound good? Does it help?
Gracias, Maca, por preguntar. Sí, 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 sin embargo, les cuento a todos de que esto que que yo estaba escuchando de ustedes, lo conversamos en esa llamada de 1 hora y media. Yo le dije a ella que yo iba a ayudarla a construir el negocio. Sí, sí, claro, bueno, tuvimos la llamada de 1 hora y media. Bueno, te voy a contar. O sea, esa conversación la tuvimos en ese momento. ¿Y por qué? Porque lo que ella está haciendo es postulando a empresas que son de bienestar y maquillaje. Entonces, ella en un momento de esa conversación dijo, yo no puedo ofrecer esto de Nuskin si estoy trabajando en esas otras empresas, y eso me parece que es correcto, ¿no? Entonces, en esa parte es que yo le dije, no te preocupes, porque aquí yo te voy a ayudar a construir. O sea, no lo vas a hacer sola. Pero entonces ella ahí es donde soltó 3 referidos.
Ajá.
Entonces, como dice Lisby, ¿no? O sea, no escuchar nunca a la negación del negocio. Gracias, Lisby, gracias, Susi, gracias a todos. Lo que voy a hacer en todo caso es, bueno, decirle de que está bien que se dedique a buscar su trabajo convencional, que es lo que al momento siento que para ella representa su paz mental. Y bueno, y en el mensaje recién me dice también que está como que entrando a vender seguros y que vendiendo seguros el retorno es más rápido. Entonces sí, Pato, lo sé. Entonces, lo que voy a hacer entonces es de ofrecerle que me pase los contactos y que yo voy a hablar con los contactos. Eso es lo que ya veo, porque que ella lo haga, o sea, está como que ha vuelto a sus quejas que ya trabajamos en esa conversación. Y me dejo entender.
Okay, so Derek, what Carola says is that she already had this conversation with her, and she said that she would help her build a business and everything. And this person is looking for a like an ordinary job in some businesses that are about beauty and cosmetics as well. So I don't really understand that, but okay. And then she's also saying that she's going to sell insurance because the payment is faster. I would say, you're looking for these jobs and these businesses, and Nuskin is the number one over many of those other brands, for 7 years in a row now. So maybe she just doesn't quite know the brand, because we're number one for 7 years since 2017. So over L'Oreal and many other brands that are really renowned. Maybe you could tell her that as well. I understand that you feel like you're not going to be able to turn her around, but also if you go back to the same thing, like, remember you told me this, remember you told me that, okay. And then after, if she doesn't want it, okay, just ask for the referrals. But I wouldn't quit on her. Because selling insurance is really not a better business than Newskin. Who agrees with that?
No, te iba a decir eso, porque yo le hubiera dicho como que ahí viene el condicional. Si yo te muestro que vendiendo belleza, que es lo que es la tendencia, es más fácil que vender seguros, ¿lo
Yeah.
harías conmigo? O sea, ¿lo harías
Ajá.
conmigo? Vamos de la mano y te guío, porque realmente venderse, o sea, mira, y es una muestra de que ella está buscando opciones también, o sea, ella no está
Ajá.
quedándose solo en el trabajo tradicional. Entonces, tal vez lo que ella necesita un poco de convicción. No sé si en esa llamada hablaron de números específicamente, cuánto te ganas por vender tal cosa, cuánto te ganas por traer a 5 que hagan lo mismo, cuánto te ganas por, o sea, es un ejemplo que te doy. De pronto le falta de pronto a ella, no sé, la llamada, qué pena, no estaba en ese momento, pero es como que mirar si ella sabe los números puntualmente, como si nos enfocamos en esto, ¿cuál es tu poder de crecimiento? Si nos enfocamos en esto, ¿cuál es tu poder de crecimiento?
Mhm. Yeah, like Susana says, ask her or show her the numbers, show her that selling new skin is way easier than selling insurance. I mean, in this time of the year, everybody's looking for our products and not everybody's looking for insurance. I can tell you that right now. So it's so much easier, and you can show her the numbers and just start with her. Like, maybe get together and say, hey, okay, who do we need to call? What's your number one contact? And just do it right there. Like, show her. And then the other one and the other one, and maybe like 2-3 hours with her, but doing things will show her that she will be able to have some results. Maybe. Yeah, I agree with Susana. Okay, we have 5 more minutes. So Angelica has her hand raised.
Hola.
Hola.
Bueno, mi pregunta es puntual y es, bueno, cuando uno tiene una lista de contactos y de pronto quiere hacer una presentación de producto a ciertas personas, hay muchos medios para contactarlos, por chat, llamada, etcétera. Eh, pero muchas veces cuando he intentado el círculo cercano, siempre me dejan en azul o me rechazan las llamadas o siempre buscan la manera como de evadir. Entonces tampoco obviamente uno quiere ser intenso o estar persiguiendo a las personas. En ese caso, ¿cómo se puede abordar el tema si se deja ya así o si después vuelve y no la busca o si, no sé, se programa una reunión social? No sé, o sea, de qué manera esas personitas se pueden abordar para no parecer intensa, pero que también de pronto que no se cierren la posibilidad de escuchar.
Mhm. Yeah, good. Okay. So what she's asking is one question. How long have you been in the business?
Yo llevo poco, 2, 3 meses.
Okay, good. So first, what she wants to know is when you have your contact list and you send them messages and they leave you with the one ticket, like they saw the message but they don't answer, how could we approach them to not feel, she doesn't want to feel like being intense on people, but she also wants to get that context like in communication. So first I will ask, because she's been for a little time in the job, so who of us has gone through this, like people, the warm market, the family, the friends leave you without answering the message? If you can raise your virtual hand so that she finds out who of us have had or faced this same thing, and so she doesn't feel lonely. Okay, everybody of us has been there, Angelica, everyone. Okay, and it's like it is, like you see all those hands, right? It's like it is. So I'm very glad that you asked this question, because it shows that you're doing things and you're facing the problems and facing the challenges that you are going to face through your every step of this way, and that's amazing. So what I would suggest, because we're on time right now, so what I would suggest, are you coming on the call tonight?
No, es que yo estoy en España, entonces por la diferencia horaria
okay.
no.
And tomorrow morning?
Mañana sí.
Okay, so maybe if who's your upline, Lisby?
Sí,
Okay, Lisby, if you agree, can we leave the question so that she can role play with Steve tomorrow morning? Do you agree with that?
perfecto.
Okay, Angelica, so you remember that tomorrow is the Wednesday, in the morning, I think he will be here by then. He's flying now. And I'm sure he could be a better
Listo.
role playing with you, so that you find out how to address those people. But be sure that every one of us here has been through that same situation, and it's normal, and it's good that it's happening to you, because you're going to learn how to do that and overcome that, and then you're going to be able to teach the same thing to other people from your team. So I'm so glad that you asked that. Okay. So if you keep it in mind, Lisby as well, and Sylvie and me and everybody, so that we don't forget that tomorrow morning, first question will be yours. Okay?
Listo.
Good.
Gracias.
So thank you so much for being here today, 41 of us. Very nice. Almost everybody with the cameras on for a while. Thank you everybody for helping. I really feel like honored that Steve trusts me to run this thing, but I feel it wouldn't be possible without you, all of you contributing to this. So thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. Have a great day today.
Good job.
Gracias a ti, Maca.
Espectacular, muchas gracias.
Bye bye.
Gracias.
Gracias,
Chao.
bye.
Bendiciones a todos. Gracias, Maca. Gracias,
Buenísimo,
Silvana.
gracias.
Gracias a todos.